How did we even get to that?
Yeah.
How did we get to that? Oh, hold on.
Clap.
Hold on. Oh no, I can't clap because of my hand.
Oh, well, you can.
No, hold on.
Clap them cheeks.
I'll clap them cheeks.
Alright.
Okay, hold on. So this is for the visual.
Yep.
Ready?
This is what Nicki Minaj sounds like. Just Mega's just standing up.
So I'll describe it in a second. So this
Yeah.
quickly visual. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. That was for the visual people. Now, let's describe this in detail. What I did was I stood up, I bent over, and then in a twerking action, I clapped so hard. I threw back. I threw that ass back so hard that the sound that you just heard was my cheeks clapping together.
Meg piffed her ass like just.
I fucking
hurled
threw
it back.
That. I yeeted that back.
Hurled it back just so Reese could sync up the video to the audio.
Yeah, I yeeted
and get a
it
proper
so
clap
hard.
in that mic.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know, but you have to clap before we start the episode. Usually we cut the clap out.
Yeah.
But when Meg just claps her ass like that, you got to keep it in.
Yeah. And I couldn't very well do it with my hands, but okay.
No, you can keep talking over the music.
Oh,
I was going to try and fade it in so it wasn't like abrupt and you didn't stop talking.
No, I get too easily distracted. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Luke Kidgell Hour.
Get it.
I'm joined by Meg Archibald, my
What
girlfriend. Haha.
Yeah.
All right, we about to run this shit. Get it?
My name's Meg, and I like to podcast. Yeah. That's all I got.
Damn. Those are some rhymes. Welcome back to the episode 201.
Wow.
We do have a buzzer to start off the episode. This is from Kane Barry. And he's very self-conscious in the email.
Right.
You can send the podcast an email at anytime. LukeKidgellPodcast@gmail.com. He said, now before you jump to conclusions, this is a good one. So he was very self-conscious.
So he thought we're going to
just shit on it immediately. So let's hear it from Kane.
Yeah.
I am the real Jay-Z, and this is the one and only Luke Kidgell Hour.
Dude.
Damn. That was
AI
sick.
is getting good.
That was sick.
Or I'm not going to rule out the fact that he knows Jay-Z and you got Jay-Z to record that. Let's just play it one more time.
I am the real Jay-Z, and this is the one and only Luke Kidgell Hour.
No, it did.
Definitely a cameo.
No, yeah, definitely.
Doesn't sound like a robot at all.
No, not at all. Especially when that part where he says Kidgell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how Jay-Z would pronounce my name.
Yeah, hell's yeah. I that's the realest thing that you can get.
Guys, we're in Canberra. We're in a new place every week. Last week I was in Newcastle. Since then we've been to Sydney.
Yep. We've quite literally the tour name has taken on a completely different meaning.
It's become literal. We are on the run from COVID.
Yeah, we're literally on the run.
It's fucked.
We haven't been back at home for like over a month. You've
month. Fled 4 borders away from a virus so far on this trip.
I fled
borders.
2 of them in. Oh, I just kissed the microphone. I've fled 2 of them in.
Cheated on me on camera.
I know.
Disgusting.
I know.
Yeah, you fled 2 to get to Queensland.
In like
then
a
you
day and a
fled
half.
1 back to New South Wales because there was a case in Queensland, so we left.
Yeah.
And then there's cases in Sydney, so now we're in the ACT. That's 4 borders.
Yeah, and now we're quite literally going to run back to Victoria because Vic's doing great. Congrats, guys.
Yeah.
We didn't stick it through with you, but, you know.
Oh, no, we left as soon as it got bad.
Yeah.
We are professionally homeless, which is great. But this is
And yet we have a home. We just don't want to go back to it.
We're paying rent in Melbourne. I haven't been home for a month. I've paid a whole month of rent for a house that I haven't been in. That is the most expensive storage facility of all time.
Oh, yeah.
$400 a week for storage.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We do love that.
You know what's sad? I had my friends going, hey, did you want us to like take care of any plants or anything? And I was like,
implying that we have like a home.
I'm sorry.
It's not
Did
just
you
like
just say a plant? I can't take care of myself, let alone a fucking plant.
Dude, we literally can't even take care of our fruit bowl. Like that
Oh,
gets
that's-
gross sometimes. We just
yeah.
leave shit in there. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
pear's been in there for 4 months.
No,
Get
it's
rid of
usually
that.
the potatoes.
Oh
It's
yeah.
usually the potatoes.
Do you know how many?
The story of the potato.
Oh, I almost vomited.
So there was this. So when we first got the place, we obviously brought potatoes and put them. They managed to make their way at the back of the cupboard. So I never found them. Right, it was this massive bag of potatoes, and we like started to.
We just
smell
cleaned-
this.
No,
Smell
I
and-
thought
oh,
there
no,
was
we-
soy sauce on the ground.
Yeah,
It was brown sauce.
The potatoes liquefied.
We're not talking sludge.
No.
It was like urine.
Liquid. Like they literally liquefied.
It wasn't like a thick shake. It wasn't a mashed potato.
No.
Think higher volume. Like think if you strained it through a purifier, like
But you
a
can't.
sieve.
This is what I don't understand.
It was milk potatoes,
You
like
literally
almond milk.
can't. Like it had to get past the stage
Of sludge.
of decomposing.
Yeah.
To get to like absolute just pure liquid.
Yeah.
No chunks, just liquid.
Yeah.
It was the most. We were both gagging. I literally threw up.
You know, there's been a chat in the boys group chat from high
boys.
school
Ooh,
of
boys,
doing a
boys,
working
boys.
doing a working bee for World War 3. Oh, sorry, Weed War 3, not World War 3.
Imagine that. All right, guys. The Australian government is calling on all men to come and do a working bee
In Luke's backyard.
in Luke's
We're
backyard
gonna
for
just-
World War III.
We're just gonna make some like sandbags. We'll start digging some trenches. We'll start in my backyard and we'll move on from there
Yes.
towards the coast
Yes.
to protect our country. No, Weed War 3. The weeds were already bad before we left.
It's gonna be.
It's a jungle.
I reckon it'll end up inside.
Oh,
We'll get back.
we're gonna see Mowgli and Tarzan when we get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of animals like hitting bongos, singing songs as we walk in.
It'll be like the scene from Shrek when he comes back to his swamp and all the fairy tale creatures
just
have like
fucked it up.
inhabited his home.
Yeah.
It'll be like we'll come back and be like, "What are you doing in
my-
our unit?"
In my weeds. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be fucking crazy. I'm not looking forward to going back at all,
No,
but I am
it's
because
gonna be
I
horrible.
also hate being away.
No, but I left. I don't think you understand.
Oh, I do.
Your dad went into our unit.
Oh yeah,
And
this
then was
happened
like,
on the podcast last week.
Oh, really? Did you talk about
Remember,
it?
mid-podcast, my dad called me on episode 200,
Oh,
and then he goes, "Call me back ASAP." So I was like, "Damn, either someone's died, or
You've been
or
robbed.
we've been robbed." So I call him back, and he goes, "Mate, you've been robbed." I go, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "There's clothes everywhere. It's a mess." And he goes, "There's clothes on the floor, in the doorway." And he goes, "There's holes in your door." And I go, "No, Dad, that's our house. There's always been holes in the door."
I literally left it in such a state that your dad thought that we had been robbed, and Luke did it told me in the most polite way. He's like, "Now I don't want you to get upset because I know that you had to leave in a rush, but what just
Because
happened
you-
was so funny. Like,
Yeah, you would,
Dad thought we were robbed."
yeah, you would have taken it so personally.
No, I didn't, because it's truly a bombshell, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I did leave it in the most
Well,
disgusting state.
it could be worse. Keelan, who works for Luke and Lewis, if you
Yeah.
don't know, he came home to 600 VHS tapes that he remembered that he bought just before he left. So at least when or is that better?
And he's been, I don't know. I think
he
that's
started
better.
selling them for
Yeah, I
profit.
know, I
Makes
saw.
me so angry.
I saw.
Selling them for $50 a piece.
Yeah.
Because he signed them.
I know.
I'm furious.
I saw that.
hmm But anyway, I feel like we're both in like a state of limbo of like I'm hating being away. Like this is awful. Canberra, fix it, right? All Canberra is a place built by old white people for old white people. It's like they've made a custom little community where
Yeah.
it's really clean and nice, but they were like, let's just put hotels and shit and a lot of fake trees.
Yeah.
It seems like all the trees are plastic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's like so perfect, but in the worst way.
It looks like,
You know?
in TV shows when they're trying to build like a new community underground or, in a new community on Mars, and they like build what looks like the perfect post-apocalyptic town.
It's just dystopian society, dude.
Or even just
where
like
the government runs everything.
Or when you just go out and you see like a new estate in like a country area. It looks like that.
I would not be surprised if like
We were
if
in
you
a
got
dome.
a metal detector, if like you went around Canberra with those beep beep
Yeah.
beep 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 beep. If you went around with one of those ones.
Hang on, dude.
Do
Did
it
you
again.
really think that I wouldn't know what a metal detector was?
Uh,
You were like, I must do the noise.
Yeah, I had to do the noise.
That's
Well, it's audio. It's for audio
No,
listeners.
but that's like being, a microwave. Bing. It's like, yeah, dude. I'm aware of it.
It's actually June. June. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. And you're still in the toilet, so you're still
Ding.
taking your shit. You're like, oh fuck, I need to get it out.
How often
then, like,
are you putting
like,
stuff in the microwave then
you
going
like
to
wash
shit?
your hands, then you go back and you're like, doo, doo, doo. That's the feet walking on the ground, and then you're like, doo, doo. Ah, too hot. Did you get that?
Now I know what a microwave is.
Yeah.
Thank you. So what about the metal detector?
Oh, yeah. Back to the metal detector.
Yeah.
It's like if you went around Canberra with a metal detector and then you just put it up to one of the residents and it's like you're like going around like beep, beep.
Because
beep,
everyone
and
hears
you
a
get
robot.
closer. You're like beep, 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 beep. And they're all microchipped.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
A 2-minute run up to that. Bill Gates has been to town. Microchip in every resident here. You know what it looks like? It reminds me of the Truman Show.
Yeah.
It feels like we're in a dome. You walk down the city center, and one thing I don't like about the city center is that pedestrians get priority.
Oh, yeah.
I hate this. So I know that that's the law everywhere. Like pedestrians get right away.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be. And here's why. Because when I'm in a car, I go, you're walking, I could fuck you up, move. And then when I'm walking, I go, oh, they're in a car that could fuck me up. I'm going to move. That's why you don't run out in front of cars.
Yeah.
Even zebra crossings, really, you're holding too much trust in people not just fucking flattening you
Yeah.
in a school zone or something like that.
Yeah.
Because you could just wipe out like a whole class of kids when they're all crossing together.
I mean, you can do that even without ignoring the sign. Like, if you're going to do that, you can do it, without obeying the sign.
I know, but it's...
You just go to jail.
But the way the city centre works here, there's signs everywhere that says pedestrians have priority.
Yes.
Which means people just fucking walk out in front of the car, not even look. They just kind of walk out. So it takes you 10 minutes to drive through the city centre.
Yeah.
Because there's no... Like, when there's one zebra crossing every 200 metres, that's fine because people go, I'm going to walk to there to cross.
Yes.
People just cross wherever.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
I want to go directly across the road here. And they just walk and they go, I have priority over this SUV. It's like, dude, there's a soccer mum car waiting to clean you up. She's in a rush. Actually, that's not true. There's nothing to do
No
here.
one's in a rush
No
here.
one's in a rush. Yeah, they're in a rush to, I don't know what.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know what anyone does here.
get home.
I feel bad
I don't know what they do.
I always feel bad for young people here. Like the skate park was
Oh
packed.
my God. I've never seen a skate park more absolutely just chock full.
Because there's nothing to do here.
Of
So everyone's
kids.
like, let's just start skating and scootering.
Yeah.
I'd rather risk breaking my arm on the regular than doing anything else here.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You know,
Which I respect because I respect the grind. Literally, hang 10.
talking to... yeah. Talking about breaking arms. So I...
Pretty relatable to you.
Pretty relatable. For those of you who don't know, I did break my arm drunk skateboarding. When we were checking out at Gander the other day, the lady, who was like putting my clothes through and everything was like, oh my God, what did you do to your hand? And I just came straight out and I was like, drunk skateboarding. And I was like, I fell off my skateboard. And she was like, I broke my leg skateboarding. And I was like, I was drunk. And she was like, I was high.
And
And it was just this really quick interaction. And I was like, fuck, this is like every person who shops at Gander,
Yeah.
isn't it? They're either high, just fucking stoned,
Yep.
and skateboarding.
then
or just drunk.
we're
and
exactly
skateboarding.
what that store is tailored for.
I think we hold the values of Gander
Yeah.
really high.
Get blind.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself up.
Yeah.
Then go buy some affordable threads. We
Yes.
keep sounding like we're sponsored by them.
We're not
absolutely
even sponsored
We're not.
yet.
I wish.
Yes.
It's actually my biggest dream.
Oh my God. You know what's really sad? I see like things come through on your emails and I'm like,
Yeah, I know. Like,
it's not Gander.
men's watch brands.
yeah,
and
like every day I'm like
Nothing
looking
worse.
for Gander. I'm hoping someone works who like listens to the podcast, works or has contacts in Gander who can just be like, hey, that's me like sliding through a note. I was like,
what does the note say?
sponsor Luke and Meg.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or maybe just at least Luke. And then there's an additional Meg.
Well, that's the thing. They're primarily, I checked out their Instagram. They're primarily a female targeted brand.
Awesome. I'm a female.
Yeah, but like, get more Instagram followers
I
so that
know,
I can leech
I
off you.
know. Fuck.
Yeah.
If only I was more like relatable or like actually put out good content.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're busy.
Yeah. Busy
You know what was weird about
at Gander.
the drunk skateboard incident is that I think I said on the podcast a few weeks ago, yeah, we think Meg's broken her arm. Apparently a bunch of people thought we were joking. Meg literally rocked up to get an MRI and the girl was like,
X-ray.
oh, an X-ray or something.
Yeah, I went to the X-ray.
And she was like, oh, what are you doing here, Meg? And she's like, Meg's like, oh, I broke my arm. And she's like, I thought that was a joke.
Yeah, she was so confused. She kept staring at me and I was like, do I know? Like, I'm like, oh my God, do I know her? And she's like looking at me. She was like trying to figure it out. And she came up and she's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, like, I know you from like Luke Kidgell's videos. And I was like, oh.
Imagine if she was just like to a stranger, like, what the fuck are you doing
Well,
here?
that's what she didn't realize
Getting
how
an
rude it was.
X-ray?
Because I was like, oh. And she's like, oh my God, that was so, like, she
Yeah.
said it like that was so rude.
When I was buying my new Vans, oh yeah, I got new shoes, by the way. Holy dooly. Can't believe I didn't open the podcast
They're
with this.
so...
Where are they?
Oh my God, wait, let's
They're over
restart. Hold on. Forget the last 17 minutes. Everyone. Forget them. Forget clap cheeks. All right, we're starting again in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Luke Kidgell Hour. Guys, big news, hot off the press. Don't want to waste any time before this. Your boy got new kicks. Thought I'd mix it up, get some kicks that no one's ever had before. Definitely didn't
give 'em a
see
sniff.
all the kids at the skate park wearing these old school original classic Vans.
Fuck, that is good. Don't you love the smell of new
I
shoes?
thought you were smelling like my feet.
No.
I haven't worn them yet.
You haven't worn them yet.
You're right.
They're not smelly yet. They're not tainted. They've still got the tag on.
Yeah.
That is how new they are.
They're so fresh, dude.
Can you... is odd. It would be too uncomfortable. I was going to say, can you just keep the tag on forever?
Just so
And
they're
so you can be
brand
like,
new.
they're just new shoes always.
Perhaps.
They're always new shoes until you take the tag off.
But yeah, when I was buying these bad boys, running them through the counter, I had a great, like, usually when people recognize you or whatever, they always say, "Are you Luke Kidgell?" For some reason, they're never confident.
No.
Like 1 out of 10 people goes, "Hey man, you're Luke Kidgell. I like your stuff."
Yes.
9 out of 10 people go, "Are you?" What? It's like if you're confident enough to ask, you. Yes.
Because maybe it's because you look like every guy ever. So they could just be going up to a random white guy and being like, "Are you Luke Kidgell?" They might have done it already.
But the guy in the Vans store in Canberra went one further. He just was like, now I thought he was doing a bit. So you got to remember this whole interaction. I think he's joking.
Right.
And I think he has recognized me and he's doing like a joke.
Okay.
So he goes, "Hey man." It's just like, as he's like, putting my shoes, scanning them through and I'm getting out my card and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey man, I was going to say to you before while you were trying them on, has anyone ever told you that you look a lot like Luke Kidgell, the guy on TikTok, the comedian?" And again, I think this is like a bit. So I go, "Yeah, man, I actually get that quite a lot." And then he goes, "Dude, same." he kind of looked like me. He worked at the van store in Canberra. So
and
they all
was he white?
Of course. He was just a white guy with brown hair
that makes sense.
who sold vans. So
that makes a lot of sense.
And then I was like, oh, yeah. And then he goes, you must get like that a lot, huh? And you know what's funny in hindsight is that he wasn't, at this point, he actually doesn't think it's me. He thinks it's a guy who looks like me.
Yeah.
But looking back on that now, how famous does he think I am that other dudes who look like me get it just all the time? Like, they just must be fed up with like, oh, I'm sick of being compared to this TikTok comedian every goddamn day.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you said before, if you're confident enough to ask, then like why don't you just straight out ask it? These guys were probably confident beforehand, gone in, been like, "Oh my god, Luke Kidgell, I love your stuff," and they're like, "I'm not Luke Kidgell, I'm just a white."
True, maybe like
hair.
that's why people ask me is because they've already asked 10 people that day.
They've already been there, done that, man.
But anyway, it kind of like the interaction continues.
Yeah.
Then it hits a point in conversation where he's kind of weirded out by my responses. And he's also like staring at me. I must have looked like shit or something if he didn't recognize me.
Well, look.
What do you mean?
In all honesty, you haven't shaved in a little bit.
Yeah.
And you also haven't had a haircut in about fucking 3
All right,
months.
Man, I'm literally professionally homeless right now, so you can't judge me.
No.
We've been getting
correct.
menu log like 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not in a good place.
No.
Just physically. Like emotionally, I'm fine. Physically, I'm a fucking disaster. The well gym was getting a thumping on the Gold Coast, and then as soon as the weather got cold, I was like,
maybe we'll just
I was just gonna put everything into my job.
You know, it was really funny because before we like met up back together on the Gold Coast, you were really fit.
Yeah,
like you were getting out. I was super fit. Like I was going to the gym every single day, sometimes twice a day.
We're bad for each other.
And then as soon as we got together,
we're just like, do you want to watch?
We're like, let's be fat shits again. All right. Let's watch Fast and Furious and eat pizza.
Yeah. That is what we did two nights ago.
You know what? That still sounds awesome and I want to do it again.
Yes.
That's the bad thing.
But yeah, it gets to the end of this interaction.
Yeah.
Then the guy goes, hang on. Are you Luke Kidgell? And this is where I click. I go, oh, he wasn't joking. He thinks I'm some guy in Canberra that just looks exactly like me.
Yeah. And
I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, shit. Like, no way. What are you doing in Canberra? And I was like, you know what? That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
And it's a question I've been asking myself in the mirror every morning now for 3 days. We were supposed to be in Sydney.
Also, in fairness as well, at this point, people have no idea where the fuck you are because you post.
I don't know where I am.
I'm in Queensland. We're like skating in the sun, and then you're like, I'm in Sydney doing shows.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
And then I'm in Wollongong,
and then all of a
Newcastle.
sudden, like you're like back in you're in Newcastle, and then back in Sydney,
then, like,
and now you're just in Canberra.
If you're following me on Instagram, like we posted a picture in Coffs Harbour the
oh,
other day.
the banana.
Yeah, like we've been to so many places just on this trip where I don't blame anyone for not knowing where I am. Lewis doesn't know where I am. He'll start a podcast, get 10 minutes in and be like, wait, where are you now? And I was like, dude, I look outside and I'm like, what's the weather like? I'm like, probably Canberra.
Yeah.
It's raining and I hate
It's
it.
fucking cold.
Yeah.
All right. Are my tits incredibly hard right now because I'm freezing?
Yeah. I'll be on
Yes.
and I thank God that you brought up your tits because I was about to. Before the episode started.
You're like, it's completely acceptable because now you've talked about your tits.
Yes.
So I can talk about my tits.
They organically came
Oh,
up.
no, about your tits, not my tits.
I mean, we can talk about my tits if you want. They're like an A cup. It's not very impressive.
They're actually like bigger than some girls' titties.
Oh, I'm aware of this.
Yeah.
I just don't want to rub it in to all of
Yeah.
those itty titty bitties out there.
Itty bitty titties?
That one.
Itty titty bitty.
Don't they have a committee?
Yeah,
The itty titty bitty committee. No,
Yeah.
hang on. What is it?
That's the one.
The itty bitty titty committee. Yeah, cool. I wonder what their monthly meetings are like. They just like do the limbo and all excel at it.
And they're like, and then one girl comes in and like Samantha goes, she's like, oh my God, it's my turn. She tries and her tits like hit the bar.
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
Get the
fuck out.
She's like, it's cold, I had hard nipples. Fuck off. All right.
I don't care.
Yeah. No, I've got fat old titties for a dude.
Yes. No, pecs. You got big pecs. Like their muscles are big.
Mate, you don't have to tell me. But I'm glad you. Yeah, that's good. You can tell everyone else that. I'm not going to stop you. No, you. Right before we started recording the podcast, I'm getting the camera ready, looking at ourselves in the little monitor.
Oh yeah.
Meg's just, classic Meg.
Yeah.
She just goes, "Oh my god, my tits are looking phenomenal."
Yeah, you know why? Because I just got this new shirt. Now everyone who's watching you've just seen your ratings go through the roof on the fucking.
Retention is high. No one's
video,
gonna click off now. We'll put an ad right now.
Just before, at the beginning of the episode, you were like, "Now don't do anything too physical," because majority of the people who interact with my podcast are listeners.
Yeah.
You've just seen everyone run over to the video.
Oh yeah, this is. Everyone now is like, I gotta check out these bazonkas. No, but you said that before the episode.
Yes,
I didn't think much of it.
No.
And then as we're kind of, how long have we been recording for now? 25 minutes.
You're only just starting to notice?
No, I noticed immediately, but I've been desperately trying to make eye contact for 25 minutes. So there's not 1,000 comments underneath being like, Luke's just staring at her titties the whole time.
No, that's
but
okay.
Little do they know that right before the episode, you were like,
look at my tits.
Yes. Which is so annoying. Yeah.
Well, we know what the thumbnail's going to be.
They're
just
looking
my tits.
pretty great.
They do.
Yeah. All right.
How weird are tits? Can I just say, why? How strange is it that, like, are you actually attracted to, like, how
I've
are
thought
you
about
just
this
attracted
before.
to, like,
I've thought about this before. It's weird.
Like, they're just fat in the tits.
I know.
They're literally just fat pockets.
I know.
I've
thought about this. Every guy knows this on a scientific level that it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And every guy I think can back me up here going like, just shut up. Don't explain it. Don't question it.
Why?
We don't know. We're trained. I think it's something like we're...
is it like something in our DNA?
I don't want you to...
Like where like the DNA is like, you can run fast, like, like eat and like sleep and like all of this like survival instincts, and then tits is just put in there.
No, it's definitely something to do with, and I don't want to say it because I may not... if I'm wrong here, then I'm going to be like, fuck.
I want to know it now.
I think it must be... Oh, God, if I'm wrong, this is going to sound so fucking creepy, dude. I wish this was on the Luke and Meg Patreon one.
This isn't behind a paywall now.
So now I'm hesitating.
Nothing's going to... The paywall ain't going to stop you now.
Ah, fuck.
Is someone getting cancelled today?
No, I'm not getting cancelled. It's just going to look like a creep
Uh-huh.
if I'm wrong. I think... it must be something to do with the fact that you have to suck titties when you're a baby. And that's like the reason why he survived the first 6 months. So maybe like...
Why is it only... Why would, like, what happened to the gays then?
Or is it something like...
What happened?
They
just didn't want any titties.
Maternal...
As in, when I say... I mean,
but isn't it
men
something like maternal instincts where like... Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word. That's what to describe what girls feel.
No, because now...
It's like
now, whenever...
No, it's like something of like you... it's just so... I don't know. I'm such a dumbass. I don't know how to describe things that I'm thinking, which is crazy. But I'm the worst at articulating in my brain. It's something to do with like... We guys want someone who we can like mate with and... therefore have kids with and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And like that's why it's attractive.
Oh,
because
so you're
like you guys
they have good titties.
Yeah, because you guys got damn milk duds, and I want my baby kids to be big, grow up and big and strong for sucking on them.
No, but some people
nippos.
like. What about like the supermodels who don't have any tits at all? All the guys want them, but they don't have any tits.
I mean, Kendall Jenner really hot,
fucking
but like
attractive,
no one wants
no
to
milk duds.
No one wants to impregnate her.
Okay.
Oh, maybe somebody else do. Maybe. Sorry, I don't want to speak on behalf
By the way,
of all the people who want to impregnate Kendall Jenner out there. I don't want to. Sorry if you don't feel represented.
No hate.
There's a bunch of people going, I would love to have kids with her, and I don't feel represented. No. Does that mean the equivalent would be... Because like we like girls with, fat old titties. Does that mean when you see like some big old cum-filled balls, girls are like, damn, that can they can jizz me up? Do you like some big old fat balls?
I'm never going to every. I really want this behind a paywall right now.
No, this is fun. So if you don't know, we usually do this, Luke and Meg, behind a paywall on my Patreon.
We're being very open. I'm never going to be able to, like, if you ever suck my titties, ever not think of those words.
Saying the words milk duds?
No, of you going, it's a maternal instinct.
That's the wrong word. I'm thinking of another word. That's maternal instinct is like what women feel like when they around babies or whatever, right?
We titled this video "Siblings or Dating," but I'm now thinking it's like
we haven't talked about that yet.
Not yet, but we did title it that. I don't know. I'm now thinking it's more something to do along the lines with mother. Nah, I don't know. I was going somewhere with the maternal.
What about we title
aspect.
this podcast "Big Fat Milk Duds"?
There we go.
Great.
That's the one.
Yep. No, we did want to talk about this. Let's move on.
Yes.
From my big cum-filled balls.
Fuck.
Firstly, jump on the Patreon, Luke and Meg. It helps run the podcast and stuff. And I thought I'd get Meg on the podcast because honestly, we haven't really got that much to talk about. Like, I don't have that many stories. I do have some stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about a Soulja Boy versus Lil Bow Wow Twitter beef.
Have I ever been on this podcast?
Yes, you have.
Oh, in the old room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was only but a chick then, and I was very.
It was at our house.
Yeah, I know, but I was like so reserved.
You're wearing
now look at me talking about titties.
No, from memory, you were not at all. Actually,
really?
the one takeaway from that episode was you were wearing a Bunnings cap, smashing beers, and being disgusting the whole time.
Was I?
Yeah, but not like funny.
No.
Not like disgusting.
But the first time?
I don't remember the first time.
No, I was wearing the jumpsuit. I remember the first time.
That was on the Luke and Meg Patreon.
Oh, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I'm talking about the public. Anyway.
Can't fucking pick up my cup of coffee.
Oh my god. I have to do everything. Okay. I will wait. Sorry. It takes Meg a long time to do things because she has a cast on.
All right. Continue.
How do you feel about whenever we upload an Instagram photo together, whether it's cute, not cute, bit of fun,
fucking blows
not
up.
fun?
Your Insta?
Well, no, it just blows it up with comments and DMs that people think you're my sister.
Yeah.
That we look like each other.
Yeah. Well, that's because we just so happen to be two of the most generic people.
And we just
on
so
planet
happen
Earth.
to be siblings as well.
That too.
No, that was a bit of an attempt at humor.
Who did it? For the audio listeners, who did it? In the comments, who did it?
I think we all know who did it. Stop trying to palm off your burps.
In the last Luke and Meg, you farted into the microphone. So don't fucking talk to me about who did it.
That's fine. People have to pay $7 a month. They'll hear that. That's some golden audio.
Oh man, that is the most cooked podcast. Okay, sorry, continue.
I got so many DMs from the Harbour Bridge pic. People send me the picture of us two and go like, man, like pretty cool that you hang out with your sister. Like you bring your sister everywhere with you. Stuff like that.
I know. I get it all the time.
I mean, I just need to get slightly more famous. It's the only thing stopping me from trying to grow my career.
Yeah.
Is the fear of ending up on the siblings or dating page on Instagram.
I'm so surprised we haven't actually ended
I don't
up
think we
on
look
it.
alike at all. You're much more tanned than I am.
I'm really not.
I think so.
I'm really not.
We also have different color eyes.
Nah,
I
but
don't know why people think we
have-
look that similar.
Because literally we're just two of the most generic
you wouldn't
people.
look like me if I had a sister. I don't, which is the only reason why I do feel like That's the only reason why I think it's funny. Like if I had a sister, I'd be like, nah,
that's weird. Yeah.
But me and my brother kind of looked similar. Like you can kind of tell we're brothers. You don't look like you're part of the family.
I do, because I've shown you the photo of when it turned me into a man. You know those.
You look like
those
your
abs?
brother.
I look exactly like my brother. Like literally, it was like.
So what has that got to do with anything?
Didn't you say that you?
You don't look like part of our family.
Oh, your family.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like you don't look part of your family.
No. Obviously, you look like your family.
I've gotten quite a few things where it's like when I'm standing next to my sister, I don't think we look anything alike. My sister and I.
Well, that's not really that's not the discussion.
Yeah.
I
just
yeah, like I just was like trying to deviate it.
I just 360'd it.
Meg's like, I just wanted to make it about me.
I started talking about, you're right, fucking keep going.
Yeah, we get so many DMs, like people are like, oh, your sister. This one though, you're actually not really related to the discussion either.
Yeah.
But equally as peculiar. Not happy with this. It's from a girl named Bree.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend looks like she's 15 and you look like a 25-year-old tradie boyfriend who waits outside the gates to pick up his missus and then follows it up with 2 love hearts and says, cute pic, she looks hot. Hang on, Bree.
You just said that I looked 15.
You can't say she looks 15 and then back it up with, but also
she
a
looks
hot 15. Not good, Bree.
Fucking hell. That's
Jesus
That's
Christ.
brutal. I don't even think she understood what she said during that moment.
Taz said, you look like each other.
Yeah.
And someone said, is that your sister?
A
So
classic,
that's awesome.
a classic.
And that's every time we upload a pic together.
Yes. Yeah.
People just think we look the same. So guys, sound off below.
Siblings or dating?
Who knows? Honestly, I'm going to go dating. Because it will make the next story fucked up if we say siblings.
Yeah, I'm gonna go dating. I would hate to say siblings and for that to just get taken out of context, huh?
Now, for all that, I know we have a young, impressionable audience, so I'll dance around the topic. But Meg and I were busy getting jiggy with it. A couple nights.
It's the first time we've been away, like alone in fucking months.
Poor Reese has to edit this. Yeah, that's okay. He's an adult.
Maybe I should just.
He's
edit
also
this one.
a Will Smith fan and man.
He's a man.
Well, he's a Will Smith fan, aren't we all?
Yeah.
And we're in like a little kind of apartment building, which is a lot of people live at these apartments. Clearly, this is an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And it's Canberra, so there's a lot of like junkies just running around. I didn't think there was, but we can hear them at night.
Oh, there's heaps.
And they just scream
There's
like
heaps.
wolves.
Yeah.
But they like because they howl. They don't like do the regular city junkies kind of like, oi, fucking,
give me a fucking lighter. Give me a fucking lighter.
Not ACT junkies.
No,
They got a real.
sing.
Yes, they're more vocally gifted.
Yeah.
But the same amount of gibberish.
Yeah.
So they kind of go, hey, bro, what are you doing?
That's actually
It was exactly what it sounded like.
That is spot on.
For 40
but
minutes.
very, very loud.
And way louder. I'm holding it back because we
Yeah.
are in an apartment building.
Yeah,
and
it was
I'm assuming
so
there's
freaking loud.
another poor couple trying to root next door. And I don't want to give them the same experience.
No,
Now,
we want to give them a better one. Huh?
Again, I don't want to just turn this podcast blue and smutty because that's the last thing I want to do. And that's usually
that's the last thing.
usually we save that for Luke and Meg.
Yeah, that is the Luke and Meg podcast.
No, well, it's not. We don't want it to be.
Oh, but it is.
It's
We
not.
say that every single time.
It's not. It's a fun family adventure.
Visual OnlyFans.
It's not an OnlyFans.
Not visual. What is it called?
Audio.
Audio.
Visual OnlyFans is just OnlyFans.
That's our OnlyFans. I meant to say audio.
Yeah. There's no milk duds. It's just audio talking about milk duds.
Yes, yeah.
But I was had the challenge the other night.
Yeah.
And that's I love challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And I love being put to the test.
Yeah.
I had to try and maintain an erection while listening to a man scream his lungs out on the street for 40 minutes.
Yeah. And he was howling. He was, oh my God, it was insane. It was intense.
It was like the it was the Thriller film clip for the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If it was by Michael Craxton. You know? Like, not Jackson. It was really hard to concentrate, and all I'm gonna say is I got the job done.
You did.
Thank you.
Good job.
It was fine, but hooly dooly, we too often find ourselves during jiggy times. I hated that. Where we are bursting out laughing.
Oh, it's too often.
And our problem is we don't stop.
No.
We just laugh.
And then we keep fucking.
So, often share a crisp high five. Go, that's hilarious. And then just soldier on.
I don't know how we do it.
I don't know how you do it, really, because it's like I'm always up for a bit of a meme and a laugh, but it's you're better. I don't want to get too graphic. We are. Mm-hmm. You're better at being sexy than I am.
100%.
I'm not like a sexy guy. Like I'm not good at like going. Like I can't be seriously like. I just feel like Bryce Hall or like a TikTok e-boy. Like if I walked into the bedroom, I was like, "Hey, girl, what's up?" Like, what would you do?
I'd dry up.
Yeah.
Be like the fucking Sahara Desert.
Yeah. It'd be a drought down there.
Yeah.
But you're kind of good at like turning off the memes and.
Yeah.
I can't. This is just me.
No, there
My
has to be
whole
one in the relationship. Otherwise, we'd never get anything done.
Yeah. Thank God you are, because I'm often just like, okay, I'll go along with it.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm really not describing myself as the coolest guy right now. What a shock.
No.
But I'm shocked. So that's the thing. When I hear a junkie scream outside, I just start laughing. I know that's not good for the mood and the energy.
We were howling.
I know.
That was so funny, because then I was like, you got to close the window, and you butt naked. You had to get up, tiptoe across the room.
And like
slowly wheel in the window.
Yeah. But I could still hear him. It only muffled him slightly. So it was kind of like we could still hear him, but it was more like he was chewing in your ear.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
He kind of just turned into white noise eventually, you know? It was like...
I mean, the noise created some white, sorry.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll move on. No. But that was our pretty much
my God.
introduction to Canberra.
Yeah.
Since we got here.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a great start.
I would say that it was an alright start.
No, I don't know. I prefer silence. I need focus.
Yeah. That's totally understandable. Totally understandable.
I fuck like I play chess. I need a little bit of quiet. Like
and not well.
Like a tennis player. No, I need it to be like a tennis match where you can cheer in between the points, but kind of as we're going, I need a ref in the room where it's like, quiet, please. You know, that's what I need. That'd be actually really helpful. We just employ some guy to sit in a really hard chair. Just tell all the local junkies.
You just described like a porno. Quiet on set.
Yeah.
Action.
I want to talk about this Twitter beef that I saw. So once a month, I remember that I have a Twitter account. And occasionally...
I don't have Twitter. Never had Twitter.
Oh, it's a terrible platform.
So that's why whenever you give me like the goss of what's happening, I'm always invested.
Again, calling Twitter like news is hilarious to me. Because news articles use it like it's news. They go, Thinger said this, and it's like, no, he tweeted that. It means less.
Yes.
You know, if he said it out loud, I'd actually respect him more.
Yeah.
Someone sitting at the home going...
I'm on Twitter.
Yes. Anyone who uses Twitter is a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
And I tell this to my friends a lot. People who use Twitter get stuck in like a weird vacuum where while they're in this zone of like looking at all the time, it's all they give a shit or talk about.
Yes.
And I get furious at Keelan and Lewis all the time because all they do is just talk about shit on Twitter like anyone else gives a shit who's not. But I'm at the opposite side of the spectrum where they go, yeah, but it's like current things. You should read the news. I'm like, I agree. I should.
Yeah.
But you guys talk about like YouTuber beef on Twitter, which is like, no, mate, like do anything else. Do like, go take a big shit. It'll be more productive, and then scoop it up and throw it at a wall, then clean it up. You'll feel better about yourself afterwards than reading that shit.
Fuck.
But it's so I mean, I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum where I just don't consume any current events or news whatsoever.
Yeah.
I live in Luke world.
Yeah. I often have to tell you what's happening and then you're like, fuck, really?
Yeah. Like I didn't know.
Yeah.
There's that famous clip, not famous. There's like it's unfortunate clip for me on Luke and Lewis where about in January 26th last year, I found out what the coronavirus was.
Oh. And I had been telling you for months, though.
And it hadn't hit Australia at the time.
Not months. It was weeks. So, like, I told you as soon as it hit.
It was just, like, in China at the time.
You know why, though? I was saying, like, oh, my God, all of these conspiracy theorists. My brother's, like, saying that this thing is going to go absolutely global and then it's going to be, like, the worst thing. I'm like,
really
he's such a conspiracy theorist.
It's not really conspiracy. It was more just a prediction.
No, but everyone thought it was because they're like, oh my God, a world pandemic. Yeah. Come on, shut up. Like, no, it's not. It's not going to be bad. And he was like saying like it was going to kill millions of people. And it's like, oh, okay, come on now. This isn't a bloody film, Yeah. Neck minute.
My life's a movie, bro.
We were incorrect and we are on the run.
Yeah. So yeah, I was going on Twitter for once just to catch up what's been going on with the world.
Yeah.
And dude, Twitter's for fucking lunatics. The first thing I see is I recently forgot that I followed Soulja Boy on Twitter, which was it's a blessing and a curse.
A pleasant surprise.
His pinned tweet I retweeted it the other day. What was it? It was his most liked tweet ever is, in this world, you either crank that Soulja Boy or it cranks you. And that almost has 1 million likes. Twitter is a platform for degenerates. Now, that's one of the best things I've ever seen on the app.
Yeah.
So if you don't have Twitter, you're not missing much because that's probably the best thing I've ever seen on the platform.
That's pretty good.
That is good, though.
Yeah. Did you retweeted it? Is that what you do? You retweet?
Well, yeah, that was a tweet from 2018, and I said, pretty disappointed. I only just saw this tweet now. 3 years have been getting cranked and not knowing why. Fuck.
Did that pop off?
47 likes, which is actually almost more likes than Soulja Boy's latest tweet. So,
what was his latest tweet?
So for the last 2 days...
What is he still tweeting?
He's just been having a beef with Lil Bow Wow.
Oh my God.
You know the little kid from Like
yes,
Mike that ties up the shoes and dunks over that dude?
Yes.
Yeah, he's also in Tokyo Drift. It's so good. So Soulja Boy has been nonstop tweeting about Bow Wow, and his tweets get like, I exaggerated, but some of his tweets get like 90 likes.
Oh boy.
And he's got 5 million followers.
Oh boy.
Like what kind of ratio is that? That's horrific.
I mean,
that's low engagement, bro.
Like I really don't know many people who go onto Twitter anymore.
So then I go on a news website and I kind of thought this was like this beef no one cared about. I was like, no one cares about Soulja Boy fighting with Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Then I go on news.com. One of the first things I see is Soulja Boy disses Bow Wow. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go back on Twitter. I'm like reading this diss. Between the two of them, look at this one. They're getting 200 likes. These guys have, between them, have 8 million followers. And their beef's only copping 200, 400, 300 likes a tweet. They're just going back and forth, retweeting each other. I'm not sure what the beef is about. I read the whole beef. I have no idea what they're beefing about still.
Right.
All I know is that Bow Wow was eating breakfast at the time, and he was playing 2K, trying to eat his breakfast, and
trying to tweet. Man, that is multitasking to the absolute max. That is some skillage right there.
And guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm Team Bow Wow, because the idea of a guy who's getting 300 likes and had a big song in what, 20? When was Crank That Soulja Boy?
2000 and I don't know what the fuck.
Do you know how funny that is to me? I was dying laughing, just going through Twitter, just reading Bow Wow. Here's how I imagine him. Like, and by the way, I still imagine him as a child.
Yeah.
From Like Mike.
Oh, of course.
I know he's like probably like, you know.
He's got probably like a beard or some shit.
Who knows? He's probably an adult now. I'm pretty sure he like went to prison. I saw a mugshot of him. Like he's lived.
Really?
I think so. Maybe that was. Oh, that might have been
What'd he do?
the kid who played Anakin. Actually, it's not the same person. One of them's white. But you know, I get my washed up celebrities confused.
Yeah.
My child actors confused.
Right. Even.
Yeah, or it could have been Macaulay Culkin. I have no idea.
I think you're also colorblind.
But I like to imagine that, like, because Soulja Boy's tweeted about this Bow Wow guy like 10 times in a row, like in the space of 10 minutes. I like to imagine his phone's just blowing up. And he's just sitting there. He's like trying to juggle playing 2K. He's got like a bowl of cereal. And he's like, you know, Lil Bow Wow, is he a household name? Amongst our generation, yeah.
Yeah,
you know who he is.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect like kids younger than us though.
Oh yeah, if I was like to my dad, like, what's your favorite Bow Wow song? I mean, I couldn't even answer. So, you know, my dad will be like, what's a Bow Wow?
What's a Bow Wow?
Yeah, is that a
dog?
Sounds like a breed of dog.
Do you mean Chow Chow?
Yeah. But I just had this image of him just like on his couch, like eating cereal, and then just like kind of with one hand, like not really looking at his phone, like fire. It's like
just fighting.
When you read the tweets, like they kind of give the energy, like he was just firing them off without really proofreading them or anything. And guys, this is why I don't go on Twitter, because this is all I saw.
Man,
I don't even follow Lil Bow Wow.
There's not much happening in the world if the news is reporting on it.
Yeah,
you know, they're literally scraping. So like that barrel so fucking hard that they're pulling up this beef.
At one point, Bow Wow says, "Don't forget you sold crack." So just accusing him of crimes,
right?
Which is great. Soulja Boy is the Ben Simmons of the rap game. See, I don't even know. I know who the Ben Simmons is, the Australian basketball, but I don't really know how that's a diss because I actually thought he was really good. So maybe
you're like,
he's not good.
Fuck, I'm bad at.
I don't even get the diss, but I just like read it all because I'm like, oh man, is this what I should care about? Because all my friends tell me I should care about Twitter and stuff, and then I go on Twitter and I just see.
Do your friends actually like read Twitter and are on Twitter?
Oh, dude, like Keelan and Lewis are just on it all day. It's like it's all they talk about. They have their own language. It's insufferable to be
crazy.
around, and I tell them frequently.
It's insane. I've never ever been tempted to jump on Twitter before.
Yeah, but then you go down Keelan's Twitter and he makes out like he's, you know, a real, like he's a scholar. You know, he's some intellectual going on Twitter and learning about the world.
Are we talking about the same Keelan?
Yeah, and he goes, "It smells like farts up here."
Oh yeah.
19 likes.
Yep, intellectual.
Yep.
The man is a genius.
He really is. Do homeless people do homework? What an intellectual. That's pretty good, actually.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. I'm going to give him that one because that was funny.
At the Misfits office, taking a shit, about to run out of toilet paper. How good is that? I'm
not going to lie. That was like the worst thing about that place, and it fucking shocked me when I went there.
Paper?
I went there, right?
It's a boys' club.
Went into the toilet, needed to take a piss, no toilet paper. Came out. I was like, "Hey guys, any toilet paper?" And Lewis just goes, "Nah, but there might be some paper towel."
Yeah, literally. And we've been tweeting at the boss for months trying to get toilet paper.
I was like, "What the fuck?" And so eventually,
yeah,
I scavenged around, found some tissues, and I was like, fuck them. They don't want to put toilet paper in the toilets.
Yeah, I'm going to clog their fucking pipes.
Fuck out of their pipes.
Yeah.
They can deal with their fucking clogged pipes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. One of my favorite things to do, and the only reason why I remember Twitter as a thing, is to go down Keelan's Twitter account.
All right, next.
I'm just going to keep going. That might be the rest of the podcast.
Okay, hit me with another.
I'd take the Rat in the Hat home. From Bananas and Pajamas.
Dude, his TikTok the other day of calling out the Rat in the Hat for being a fucking menace.
I disagree with this one.
I loved that.
Randall from Monsters Inc. is kind of hot. Randall, as I said 2 weeks ago, is a fucking scumbag creep.
Dude.
100% chance he is camouflaging himself in the female toilets at Monsters Inc. every day.
He's a fucking mutant lizard.
Yeah, no, he's not hot.
Ain't nobody gonna like that.
Sully's got like hot energy about him.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's a jock. You know,
Yeah.
if he was a human, he'd like be buff. It
Yeah.
would be. I don't know what Mike Wazowski would be if he was a human. He'd just be like super round
He'd be
and
like,
fat.
he'd be Big Ed of that show. For sure. That guy's just human Mike Wazowski. Just a ball.
That is so good. Oh my god. That's so funny.
We made Keelan apologize for this tweet on the podcast.
Did you?
He said, I want to fuck Nemo. Like, dude, Nemo literally went to school in the first scene. And he's like, yeah, but like, you know, I thought it would be funny because it's a fish. And I was like, still a kid fish.
Nah.
Fuck Marlin.
If you want to do a baller move, you befriend the family. You get to know them. Everything like that. You get to know like Nemo. And then
He doesn't have a family. The mum died.
No.
Show a little bit of sensitivity.
I mean Nemo and his dad, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You get to know him. You embed yourself in the family, and then you fuck the fish that killed its family. That's a baller move.
Like that big fish at the start.
The barramundi.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Then you fucked the barra.
Yeah.
That's a baller move.
Yeah.
Why would you go straight for the little fish when you could fuck the king? The king himself.
I would
You know what I want to see? I want to see a Pixar movie of the barramundi's life. Like, what drove him to kill a family? You know?
Was it accidental?
You know? Huh?
Oh no, because
No,
they want to
he
eat
fucking
the
ate
eggs.
them. He
That's
ate
the circle of life. There already is there's a Disney movie about it. It's called The Lion King.
I just want to see like what that fish's trajectory
Mate,
was.
you kill or be killed. That's the
Yeah.
wild.
Or Brucey. I want to see his life.
Yo,
Actually,
I reckon.
that's just Shark Tale.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's Lenny, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they will make a Brucey spin-off film, surely, because he was such a well-loved character.
But he also wasn't. He was both the villain and the hero in that film.
Yeah, but that's because he was like battling with his own demons, like the Barramundi probably is, which is why we need an origin
So
story.
It's just a film about basically a crackhead fish who's
he's not a
going through
crackhead, mate.
rehab.
He's a
No, he's the equivalent to a crackhead. He's like, fucking give me a fish. Just want a fucking fish, man.
yeah,
Someone give me a fucking fish. You know,
yeah.
that's actually the real Brucey. And he goes through rehab. He gets out the other end.
And rehab
he goes
is
to his
just
meetings.
Fish are friends, not food.
Yeah, fish are friends, not food. Like crack his friend, not food.
Before we wrap up the episode,
Yeah.
just as a little teaser.
Okay.
You know, we've on the Luke and Meg podcast, we did the Avengers orgy, and then we pinned the Justice League
We
one.
might have another one. Okay,
Can we do the Pixar orgy on the Luke and Meg that we're about to record?
Is that what we're?
As a bit of a tease, we just go through what would a Pixar orgy look like. We keep it above board, you know.
Yeah. Now I'm
It's
thinking.
all consensual.
Now I'm thinking about it. So yeah, let's do it.
We're not going to do any. Nemo's not going to be in there.
No,
Nemo's
no,
gonna be
no
with a babysitter.
underage, no underage fish
Oh,
or
yeah.
characters.
Moana's not going to be in there.
No.
I'm just going to make that very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wally though. Now, yeah, he's going to be.
Technically, he's in the future, so he's older than us.
He's going to be cleaning up more than the Earth. That's all I'm saying. He's going to be solving climate change and a lot of other. Yeah.
I know. That was great. That was a really good joke.
Oh, it was okay, but thank you.
That was good.
Yeah, so Luke and Meg on Patreon. We'd love it if you signed up. It's a bit of fun. We will do the
Pixar
orgy. I'm not sure why people pay for this.
Really not a selling point.
No,
is
I
it?
think it is.
Do you think?
You'll be shocked. I reckon we'll get upwards of 3 people sign up this week.
Wow.
Upwards. So maybe 4.
Upwards.
But yeah, it's a bit of fun. Get over there. Join the Discord tier if you want. That's also a lot of fun. We've been doing meetups in every place on the tour as well. We did the Sydney meetup last week.
Yeah.
Meg was a bit sick, but I went along. It was a bit of fun. We went for a late night walk. Oh, I forgot to tell the story. Dude.
You've got a minute. Go.
I am sick to death. No, I've got a couple minutes because we didn't start the podcast for a couple minutes.
Go.
We did a couple minutes,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
Oh, you're going to take your time with it.
Also, I never set a timer.
Ah,
So, because Reese isn't here, so
That's
I
fair.
don't do my job.
that's fair. Yeah.
We walked over the Sydney Harbour Bridge late at night, and if you don't know, they have 4 guards along the bridge because it's one of the biggest landmarks
Yeah.
of Australia. 24 hours a day, they have security guards that just stand on the bridge.
Yeah.
Easiest job in the world.
Yeah. Very
Those
cold,
4
very
guys,
chilly.
even if there was a terror plot or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
what are these 4 guards going to do to stop it?
Yeah.
They're just there really to take photos,
Yeah.
make sure no one's pissing,
Yeah.
which, by the way, is the only reason why I went on the bridge.
Yeah.
And obviously this is all satire and performance, so I'm completely lying here. But
Mhm.
when we're at the pub, I said to everyone, I don't want to leave Sydney until I've pissed in the harbour. I've never pissed in the harbour.
Did you pee in the harbour?
Again, this is all satire and performance, so I'm obviously joking.
But for satire and performance sake, did you piss in the harbour?
100%, right outside of Luda Park. Yeah,
Fuck.
just outside the Big Mouth.
That is
Best Patreon meetup ever because of that.
Wow.
Yep. Pissed
Guys,
in the harbour.
if you want to see Luke piss on some more
No.
landmarks,
No, I'm not going to be just going
for
to like.
for just performance sake,
No.
for performance sake,
We're not just
you
going
know,
to places and
next
pissing
Coff-
on the landmarks.
Next Coffs Harbour, the big banana
Yeah.
is gonna cop Luke's big banana pissing all over it.
No, it's not. But
No.
on the way across the bridge, we thought it'd be a bit of fun. Again, we're
Yeah.
intoxicated at this point. And
Right.
it's the end of the night, so
Yes,
it's
yeah.
you know Sydney. It's 10 p.m. or whatever because they've kicked us out.
Yeah.
It's the worst place in the world to go out in.
Yep. So you're dusty.
We're
and
a bit
and
dusty.
and your bladder's full.
It's about 1 a.m. I think.
Right. Yeah.
And we're going across the bridge. I then obviously we were with all the Patreon people, and
Yeah.
a lot of them listen to Luke and Lewis as well. So we were doing the official Luke and Lewis greeting, which is hello. So we're helloing the guards,
Hello.
and the guards hated it.
Yeah.
None of them reciprocated the hello or even smirked at it.
Nah.
So then I went in for the fist bump. You'd think
Bowler move.
you'd think
Yeah.
that the guards who are employed by, assuming the government,
Yeah. I think the government.
to represent and secure
Yeah.
one of the most Aussie great landmarks that we have, this great Sydney Harbour Bridge,
Yeah.
world famous.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd be some Aussie larrikins ready to fist bump a local on their walk home.
Oh yeah.
3 out of 4 denied the fist bump.
3 out. What about the? Oh, but there was one.
One did. One, obviously. He didn't really get around the hello though. He begrudgingly did it, and he didn't make eye contact when he fist bumped. He just put it out, and we kept walking.
Yeah.
But he did.
That's tough,
Everyone
though.
in the group fist
That's
bumped
fucking
him. Though.
tough.
He gave it about 10.
Right.
Which is pretty good.
Right. It's so tough when they do that.
But so
And
yeah,
they're
I
just
was
like, they're just like,
I was just a bit disappointed. Sydney, relook at who you're hiring to do that. All right, when tourists come here, they want people who are firstly willing to smirk at what is a 6 out of 10 greeting.
would you call it a 6?
Okay, a solid 4.
Yeah.
And secondly, they want people to high five. Like people that come to Australia to have fun. They go into the Great Sydney Harbour Bridge. They want someone who can take a photo.
Yeah.
These guys wouldn't. I wouldn't
Get
have even
around
felt
them.
comfortable enough asking them for a photo.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it was.
That's so sad.
So and also because they were there, they followed us along the bridge, and I couldn't do a piss off the bridge, which was annoying because that's what I wanted to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you? But you still. Oh, the
Piss
front of.
in the harbour, but
That's
not
okay,
off the
that's
bridge.
alright.
My original plan was the bridge.
Right. But imagine the poor person who was just driving their boat by, and
Well, it
a
was at 1 a.m.,
stream
so it was fine.
just
Wouldn't have hurt anyone.
trickled into him. I mean, I wouldn't expect it
Would
to
have just
hurt.
been a bit of fun.
Yeah, it would have been. I totally get that.
Guys, that's the end of the podcast. We're about to do the Luke and Meg podcast, so if you want to sign up, that'd be great. Thank
Jump
you all
on
very much
board.
for listening, and yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Gotta do no, don't worry about it. Jay-Z something.
Luke Kidgell, ha
Hour.
ha. Our.
That was it. No one will even notice.
Ha ha.
Somewhere